Welcome back to Real Conversations with Nora for our third episode of season 3. My topic of discussion this week is the importance of surrounding yourself with the right people that will hold you accountable, especially in the music industry. Joining me today is Nada Michael Walden, producing hits for artists as diverse as Aretha Franklin, including the Platinum Freeway of Love, Whitney Houston, George Michael, Mariah Carey, Barbara Streisand, Lionel Richie, Lisa Fisher, Stevie Wonder, Jeff Beck, Steve Winwood, Ray Charles, The Temptations, and Winona Judge rather. Emmy and multi-Grammy winner, producer, album, songwriter of the year. Mr. Walden has been at the helm of hit music that spans decades. His music flows freely from pop rock to soul to jazz fusion and world music. He was an integral part of introducing Whitney Houston, producing 6 of 7 number one hits to break Michael Jackson's record, and mega star Mariah Carey to millions of fans worldwide. Billboard magazine honored him as one of the top 10 producers of all time.
Woo!
As impressive a production and songwriter resume as Mr. Walden has assembled over the past 30 years and counting, he has earned equal acclaim as a recording and performing artist in his own right. His Nada Michael Walden Foundation delivers its service through a network of nonprofit organizations, proven records of success in youth education and community empowerment. With awesome abilities matched by truly, and I have to attest to this, guys. This guy is so humble spirit. Mr. Walden is not only one of the legendary talents of his era, he is also one of the most admired, emulated, and very authentic producer and artist. I added that in there.
Wow, thank you,
You
dear.
you can hear it in his music that he has produced. I mean, I absolutely positively love Whitney Houston, but all of the artists that you have worked with over the years, it's just been a blessing. The music has been a blessing to the world. And so thank you so much for doing what you do.
Thank you, Dr. Nora. It's so sweet of you to say these things. It's
Thank you.
touching my heart and make me feel wonderful. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it and love it.
Thank you for joining us today. I appreciate it. So here's my thing.
Yeah.
Surrounding yourself with people who care about you and are willing to hold you accountable, and crucial, especially it's crucial in the music industry because you could go either way in the music industry, right? As in any other profession aspect of life. Did you create that for yourself? And do you think that it's important, especially in this day and age with the younger generation and music? The music, obviously, I'm sure over the decades of you producing music has changed. And we find that a lot of the young people sometimes don't go in the direction that they need to go in because they don't have anybody to hold them accountable or just say to them, you know what, that's not right. Let's not do it that way, And so therefore it all becomes about the money and not the best interest of the person. So tell me your thoughts on that.
Oh, that's a big question. That's a big question, Dr. Nora. You're hitting me. You hit me like Willie Mays with a baseball bat. I mean, that's powerful. What I would say is this, in my life, I can only speak for myself. I knew that if I didn't take the spiritual journey, I could die.
Wow.
My heroes were Jimi Hendrix, and I didn't want to die early. I came up in a generation where LSD and all kind of things were going around, and people were experimenting. It was new stuff, and it could just take you out of here.
Right.
And I knew that I didn't want to die. I wanted to live. I wanted to make great music. I wanted to be profound. I wanted to do things that God intended for me.
Yeah,
so I had to make a conscious decision, of prayer life, of meditation. And I was so blessed is the right word to meet a gentleman who showed me the way. His name was John McLaughlin. He was a great guitar player from London. He had a band called the Mahavishnu Orchestra. And when I saw his band play live and that he was so articulate on the guitar and so rocking like Hendrix, but in a jazz rock fusion of a mixture of things, but so profound with a drummer named Billy Cobham on drums, who was in outer space, it showed me that that you could play the great music you love and take meditation and prayer as the drug.
Mm,
Take loving God as the drug. And
yeah.
I needed that, you see, and I know a lot of us need that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it came along in my life when I was about 20 years old, maybe 19, 20 years old. And
Wow.
so then I just started shifting my life to more prayer, meditation, being grateful,
Hmm.
just, that I'm here.
Yes.
And it just helped me so much that I felt I could then stay on my course, play my drums, write my music,
Hmm.
and do what God really wants for me to do.
Right.
But you have to make kind of conscious decision. Otherwise, uh, just life can like kind of lead you in a way and all where am
Yeah.
I kind of thing,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and I
Absolutely.
and I want to say one more thing before I get off that. I was fortunate to meet a teacher, a meditation teacher.
Hmm.
His name is Sri Chinmoy, and Sri Chinmoy taught us to have more love for ourselves, more love for God, more love for our families, more love for everything that's good in the world,
Yeah.
and exemplify that. So
Right.
it prepared me for Aretha. It
Right.
prepared me for Whitney. It prepared
Right.
me for being around these great people that
Right.
that won't tell you that they're looking for more love in the music, but you
Mm.
can see it in their faces and their eyes that they're hoping you can bring that love in the music
Wow.
and encouragement. Like
Right.
when they're behind that microphone, just saying, "Wow, that's incredible." We're
Yeah.
gonna do a few more takes, but man, that's incredible.
Right.
That gets them out there to do their very best work.
Wow. Yeah.
So I had to learn those tricks
Right.
of showing more love to people, give more encouragement to people, as opposed to thinking, "Oh, you're already so great, you don't need to hear that."
Right.
No, the champions need more love because
Yeah.
they're giving more.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. It's like they're depleting, and so they need to be filled back up.
Yes,
So absolutely.
yes. Whitney,
So
when I would be with her, she'd be like, you could tell they just run her so much from this country to that country, this show to that show, that she had to kind of settle down and
right.
just relax for a moment.
Right.
And give her a teddy bear, give her some flowers,
Right.
give her a little cup of tea.
Right.
You
Tell her
know,
what she's gonna do. I can remember that.
yes,
Yeah, I would it's just amazing.
yeah,
So amazing, so amazing. So let's talk about support
okay,
and encouragement. The music industry can be highly competitive
Mm,
and challenging.
okay,
Having a support system of people who genuinely care about your well-being
Mm,
can provide emotional support and encouragement during tough times.
mhm,
When I think about Whitney and tough times,
mhm,
and not just Whitney, many others. We could go.
mhm,
There are just so many that have gone on in the tough times, not really having that person there.
mhm,
So, or maybe having that person there, but just, not, they're not in a space where they want to listen or
mhm,
have you. So give me your thoughts on that. The support and encouragement
mhm,
that is highly in a highly competitive field, but is so
mhm.
much needed.
Yeah, yeah. We all have our journeys.
Yeah.
And my road, your road,
Yeah.
we're all different. But there
Yes.
is one thing that connects us, and that is the creator. We
Mm.
have come from God's love. This
Mhm.
whole thing is God's love.
Yes.
Me being here, you being here, this moment or together right now is God's love.
Yeah.
And I'm very grateful that I can see that.
Yeah.
I can appreciate that. And
Right.
I wish for all of us to appreciate our lives more.
Right.
I feel like a lot of the brothers in the ghettos and whatnot don't really value or have not really valued a lot of what they actually are given.
Right.
To take somebody out of here with a gun or whatever is
Right.
almost like, well, who cares? But no,
Yeah.
we do care,
Right.
and I want you to care about life.
Right. Right. And we want you to do better.
I want to wake up the spirit to go, how much we value life.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And
Absolutely.
and the gorillas and the giraffes and the hippopotamuses and everything else. How beautiful this world is.
Yeah.
So just to take a step back and appreciate what we have is just killer. It's important. It's so important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the feedback that we get, constructive or feedback into how to critique things that are very important. So, constructive feedback is essential for growth and improvement as an artist.
Mm-hmm.
Surrounding yourself with individuals who are willing to provide honest feedback, not because of who you are,
Mm-hmm.
what you can do for them, or where you can take them, but are willing to give you honest feedback can help you identify areas for
Mhm.
improvement and to refine your craft, your music, your
Mhm.
life. Talk about that a little bit for me, because
Well,
that's in the industry, right?
yes, of course. My mom always said to us, it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Ah, that's my favorite.
And that really knocks me out because, I mean,
Mhm,
she must have told me that every day. It wasn't what you said, it was how you said it. And she
mhm.
would be upset with me because I didn't say it the way that she appreciated it.
Right.
So I had to learn how to kind of get it over with her to say a thing. And I'm glad she taught me that because people are very sensitive.
Mhm.
And if you're going to make any kind of critique or
Feedback.
advice,
Mhm.
it's how you say something.
Yeah,
And I realized you have to be really tender and sensitive about how you say something.
right,
Like if somebody's sharp or somebody's flat, I have to be really cool about it.
right,
I can be quick about it, but I want to be loving. Like, the key is the love of it. If
right.
there's love in it, there's some sugar in it, we can handle it on some level. But people who kind of
Bash.
bash you, punch you, hurt you, you don't
Right,
want that critique from those type of people
right,
because maybe they're jealous. The jealousy is coming through. Maybe the
right,
snake bite is still in there.
right,
And also, I must say that not everyone knows the road that people have to take to do what they're doing.
right.
Not everyone is in a position to be a critique.
Mhm.
Not everyone is like when you watch the shows, The Voices and American Idols. Sometimes they get it right, but sometimes they're not getting it right. Whatever Aretha Franklin, as great as she is, survived the American Heroes and The Voices shows. Would Billie Holiday have even survived those shows? I don't
Mm,
know, but
yeah,
we know they're geniuses. But
right,
the judgment we put on somebody
yeah,
can mess you up. Jennifer Holly's a genius, but she
right,
didn't win those shows.
right. Mm.
So I'm really suspect about judges.
Mhm.
Like Muhammad Ali would say, you people out there who are writing all these things about me as a boxer, well, if you're so smart, why aren't you boxing?
Right, right,
How can I take you so serious? Because
right,
you can't do what I do.
right,
So Muhammad had to pave his own way.
right,
And Whitney had the advice of her mom,
right,
how to sing, how to be the best in the world. And
right,
she took that. But she
right,
had to find her own way. We
right.
all have to find Dr. Nora's got to find her own way.
Absolutely,
But in finding your way, your family, your chosen friends, if you have one good friend,
right,
that's saying something. One good friend that you
right,
can open your heart to, that won't step on you, won't
right,
put dirt on you.
right.
That's
Won't throw
important.
you under the bus. I just we were talking about that today with me and one of my friends, and how important it is that the Bible says if you have a difference between your brother or sister, or if there's something that you need to share, you go to that person directly. But now with social media being such as it is, I mean, people are throwing people under the bus and
Mm.
just saying cruel and mean and harsh things. And the Bible says we all sin, which means none of us are perfect.
Mm.
Absolutely none of us are perfect. We have
Mm.
all done something that we could be ask God to forgive us for. So it's key to the key to thing is to be compassionate,
Mhm.
understanding. And one of the greatest gifts that God gave us, like you said, is the gift of love.
Absolutely.
And so just really be sensitive about that. So that was really good. So accountability in this
Yes.
we were
I mean, we're celebrating Jesus right now
right,
in the sense of this is the Holy Week.
right,
We had Palm Sunday coming in on the donkey and being, oh, we love you.
right.
We love you. We celebrate you. But not knowing long in the same week now,
We're the
he will,
same
he will,
week,
he will be crucified in the
right.
same week. I also have to say, for example, there's a story of Jesus coming into town and they're about to stone a woman. Everyone's got a stone about to stone this woman. And then Jesus is inspired to say to them, you know, those of you without sin,
Cast the first,
cast the first stone.
right. And none of us could.
One by one, they drop them stones.
Okay, absolutely. Asset. So, in the industry where self discipline and consistency is key, having people to hold you accountable for your actions and goals to help you focus and motivate you to stay motivated, to stay in, but not so much motivated, but to stay inspired in the
Mhm.
direction where you're going, whether it's meeting deadlines or schedules or maintaining a healthy lifestyle, accountability partners
Mhm.
keep you on track. Can you
Mhm.
talk about that with you in your life as the industry? Like you said, you had those two gentlemen,
Yes.
and probably your mom.
Absolutely. My family. I have to
Right.
give credit to my family because not only my mom and dad were great raising me and disciplined me.
Mhm.
And again, not what you say, how you say it.
Right.
but they taught me work ethic. And my grandparents, my mother's father was a great janitor in downtown Kalamazoo, Michigan. And he cleaned all the buildings downtown. And he'd be up at 3 or 3:30 in the morning to go out and clean before they opened the buildings.
Wow.
And we would go and watch him and help him out the baseboards and the bathrooms and the ashtrays and the waste baskets. And my dad with the windows and whatever we wanted to do. So we learned how to work. Now that's something that's going to become a lost art soon. How to work.
Yeah.
See, the simple things are hard now.
Right.
So working is important, knowing how to do things. For example, when I want to have a hit, I know I'm going to talk to you today, Dr. Nora. I'll go out front and sweep the front. It prepares my mind for this interview. Sweeping, cleaning the outside of the building.
Wow.
If I want to make a hit, I'll go sweep. When I work with Aretha Franklin, I go swim. Just getting that motion, waking my brain up, will get me in the mode when she looks at you with those intense Aretha Franklin eyes. Your spirit can let her know, I'm not here to fight. I'm only here to do the very best and get the very best from you and work with you and make you happy.
Wow.
These things are so important that we get ourselves together to do the right thing.
Right.
Now, it's not always the case. You know, we're human beings, as you say. We're humans. Like George Harrison would say from the Beatles. He said, you know, there were times this great person would want me to come over to his house. Ravi Shankar, the great Indian sitar player who I so admired. But I would think I'm not in the right mood. Maybe I was drinking. Maybe I was whatever. I wasn't in the mood to be around Ravi Shankar. But he said, but if I would go and I would see Ravi, then I'd get inspired again. It's okay, George. It's okay. Just be around Ravi. Just be around him. So we gotta watch our minds. Our minds can like take us out of here.
Right.
This is how it works to me. The soul is number one. The spirit. That's the closest to God we got is our soul, our spirit. Then next that gets the vibration is our spiritual heart. The spiritual heart kind of feels it. Wait a minute, I feel what the spirit's trying to tell me to do. Then comes the mind third to go, well, wait a minute, let me concentrate and evaluate this. So we got to make sure the mind stays in sync with the spirit and the heart feeling. Then comes after that, the mind is for the energy source, our vital, our energy that gives us the energy to actually do what the spirit and the heart and mind are telling us to do. With comes the body. The body is actually fifth down.
Right.
So meditation and prayer helps us stay in line with our spirit, which is God, our spiritual heart, which feels what the right thing to do, or what we should be doing, the inklings. Right. Then the mind has to be able to learn how to focus and pray, meditate, stay focused on doing the right things, manifesting that if that's the case. Right. Then comes the energy to actually do it, and the body there get in line.
Right. Yes,
I love to learn all these things.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's staying connected with God, which aligns you with everything that you knew that your spirit tells you, that the spirit tells you to do. So let's just talk about networking, collaborating opportunities, building relationships with people who genuinely care about your success and can open doorways to networking opportunities and potential collaboration. These connections can lead to a new creative partnership, performance opportunities, and exposure within the industry. So will you talk a little bit about how you collaborated with the right people that had the open doorways to take you where you wanted to go?
Oh, my love, I'm so blessed. Because all along the journey has been, I have found wonderful people on some level or another to open their heart to me and give me an opportunity. You know, from my mother's families of always kind. Well, have you thought about trying this? Have you heard the new Nina Simone Live at Town Hall album and Horace Silver and Jimmy Smith? Or have you heard there's a new kid out named Stevie Wonder who's a better drummer than you are? No. And then you go to Regal Theater in Chicago and you see this little Stevie Wonder, and he's killing it. You go, oh my God. So just being aware of all these things does open the doors. Then fast forward to, I told you, like a John McLaughlin, to a guru, to then even like a Henry Allen, Atlantic Records. Henry, why don't I produce Stacey Lattisaw? You need a producer for her. Give me a shot with her. Sure, take Stacey Lattisaw, see what you can do with her. Then we have hits, Let Me Be Your Angel, Dynamite, Jump to the Beat. Next thing, then the phone started ringing for Angela Bofield, Phyllis Hyman. Now Clive Davis wants to talk about produce Dionne Warwick. Well, what about Aretha Franklin? Then other calls, what about Aretha? What about Whitney Houston? All these things start coming. So I have to really be very grateful that people give me an opportunity. But when the opportunity comes, then we got to be kind of pure of heart on some level to let them know you can trust me and I'm going to do my very best, as opposed to I'm not going to come through. No, I will come through.
Right.
That's
Right.
what I think is so important too. Not
Right.
only the opportunity, but that we're together enough to come through.
And when you say when that door opened,
Yeah.
I always tell people success shows up when you're ready for it.
Yeah.
And because you were ready for it and that doorway opened, you could just walk in and do what it is that you needed to do.
Yes, you can. But then I must tell you this: I'm um, I'm an eternal student and always open to what the moment is. In other
Mm,
words, just because I did it great yesterday doesn't mean I'm doing great today.
right.
And every record I do, I start like a beginner almost. I almost feel like, wow, I'm a beginner all over again.
Wow.
And I got to tell you this: when I was asked to do the "How Will I Know Whitney Houston," because you know you love Whitney,
Really.
I remember back in my mind, Sissy Houston, her mother, sang on my first album, "Garden of Love Light" in '76, and I saw a little 11-year-old Whitney in the corner. I go, that was her, little girl, gorgeous little girl in the corner. Now she's 19. They're asking me to do a song, "How Will I Know," for this album. But I don't really have time because I'm doing Aretha Franklin, Freeway of Love, Who's Zooming Who. But then they talk and say, no, you got to make time. She's that great. She's that great. And so I say, okay, fine. I rewrite "How Will I Know," cut it quickly with my band in San Francisco, and then fly to New York to go meet her. And when she walks in, she's like you, Dr. Nora. She's stunningly gorgeous. Let me take off my phone. So sorry. Bing, ding, ding. Go off, go off, go off. And then she goes to the microphone and she begins to sing "How Will I Know?" And it's so stunning that you know she's going to be the next huge superstar because she has that kind of control and everything going on.
Right.
So
Wow.
what am I saying to you? I'm saying I'm at the right place at the right time, and
The very heart.
and God,
Yeah.
God's in charge of a lot of this stuff
Yeah.
now. Everything, all of it, really.
Totally.
God's in charge of all of it. See,
Right. He is totally in charge.
so
He
the
is
more we can kind of think along those lines, it is very big help to all of us.
right. Absolutely.
I have to say that.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I have to say all that.
So,
I have to say all that.
so balance and perspective, surrounding
Yeah.
yourself with a diverse group.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting? Individuals who care about you and can
Yeah.
provide different perspectives and
Yes.
insights. And this can help make you more informed, help you to make more informed decisions and navigate in a very complex area, which is music, the music industry, but the diverse group of people that you have worked with. How has that been for you? Because you have worked with the, African American, Caucasians, Latinos. You have worked with a very diverse group of people.
Yeah. I have found from my side, everybody needs love. Everybody needs a good compliment to feel good and to kind of get them going.
Right.
And I don't mind being that person to make someone feel good by what I love about them.
Right.
It has to be sincere, genuine.
Right.
Like, for example, this morning, before I spoke with you, I had a Zoom with a guy who turned me on when I was 12 years old, named Little Anthony from the Imperials, a song called "Hurt So Bad" and "Going Out of My Head." Now, his records taught me how to then produce Whitney Houston.
Right.
See? So I gave him the genuine love. Thank you so much for being so genius on those records. So that same kind of love that I gave him when I'm with Whitney, now I'm giving her the genuine love. You're so incredible. The control, the beauty, everything you've got going. Aretha, the same thing. Yeah, I know you're Aretha Franklin, Respect and Chain of Fools and Natural Woman. But with me right now, you're giving me the feeling that we're on the same team.
Right.
And we're going to work hard as a team to make this music great. Because the way I look at it, the music is like above us. It's a God gift. And we both are working hard to serve that music.
Wow.
And when we come together like that, now Aretha wants to know, well, what do you want to eat? You want a cheeseburger? You want some fried chicken? What do you want? So now see, we're feeling the love.
Right.
And that's what everybody needs. You mentioned, Caucasian, white, black, everybody. Everybody wants to feel the love.
Yes.
That's what it is. I tell you, it's not deep. It's simple. Everybody wants to feel the love. You give the love, like your mama feels the good love with you and all that, and love, and the music picks up on it.
Right.
The music picks up on it.
Right.
And I've also learned a few more tricks I will share with you. I've learned to not take a long time because the spirit will get hot and get excited with the love, get excited, good, feeling good. Yeah, I can do this. And then you want to get as much as you can, as fast as you can. Without even talking about it, just be recording those tapes. Get that thing done. Go to the ending first. Get the endings, all the spirit first. Get all the spirit first. Then if you need real discipline of the first verse to be like more control, then go with the first verse last. Get that kind of thought. Because if you start with that stuff and get too controlled, Then when you want the spirit to go crazy, the spirit will go, well, no, I don't want to do that anymore.
Mm.
And that can all happen within the first hour.
Wow.
So I've learned to be quick about it.
Right.
Like a
Right.
dentist. You go in a dentist chair, you don't want to sit in there too long.
No, I
See
don't
what I
blame
mean? Start
right.
bringing the big old drills on you and everything. Now you're scared.
Wow, wow. Well, I just want to thank you for being on Real Conversations with Nora. You are so humble, and you're just a wealth of information, especially for the industry. Are there any last minute comments that you would like to share with the audience before us leaving today?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I was very honored to meet you as it worked out in
Hmm.
the gathering for the Whitney Houston birthday celebration.
Right.
And I could tell just by looking in your eyes that you're on to doing wonderful things.
Praise God.
And I'm very happy that you stuck with me and were patient with me
Good.
to get me on your show, because
Yeah.
I want all your listeners and people who look to you and have love for you,
Hmm.
that I could have a moment with everybody to say thank you so much for loving the music, and thank you for supporting the music. We need more people who love and listen to the music, and keep alive Whitney. Keep her
Right.
alive. She wants that. She talks to me all the time. Aretha talks to me all the time. They're in heaven, but they're here too.
Right.
And they want us to keep celebration and learn from what they put down, because what they put down, many people still cannot even fathom
Hmm.
what they've recorded, what they've done. So we got to keep living it, loving it. Marvin Gaye, how genius. We're still learning from Marvin Gaye. What's
Right.
going on? What's been greater? We're still learning from these things.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
bless you, Dr. Nora, to say to you, keeping the good love alive, and all the listeners.
Yes.
And God bless you. And I can't wait to come play some music for you and sweat and celebrate life while we still can, while we're still sexy.
Right.
All right.
Okay, don't leave yet. So once again, I want to thank you for your insight on today's topic. Um, it was truly amazing. To my Real Conversation with Nora audience, please follow us on social media on BWOT MFG and on Facebook on Business Women on the Move for God. Visit my website at bwotmfg.com. Make sure you stop by a retail store and buy lots of items for you and your family and your friends. And ask your friend to watch the show each week. And I look forward to seeing you next Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Real Conversations with Nora. God bless you.